Dokuyo shows Maomao her new full-size mirror, which is given to her and the other 3 top-level concubines as a gift by an envoy from the West. However, seeing how clear and high quality the mirror is, Maomao deduces it must be extremely expensive and suspects there must be some hidden motive. Later, Gaoshin comes and asks for Maomao's help with a strange case. According to the story, there was a rich man in the West who had 2 identical daughters. However, he banned them from going out when they reached their teenage to avoid any unforeseen events. Still, when the girls went out one day, he became angry and confined them in their room with a maid observing them the whole day. However, as time passed, the maid also took pity on them and let them go outside for once. But this once again angered their father, who dismissed the maid with a warning and hired a new maid who didn't interact with them much, and a male guard who observed them out of the window. However, one day the twins approached their father, saying that the younger twin was pregnant with an immortal's child. Now Gaoshin wants Maomao to explain how the girl would have sneaked out of her room. At first, Maomao recalls a courtesan who somehow imitated every symptom and appearance that a pregnant lady has. But then she becomes skeptical. Seeing her act like this, Gaoshin tells her that Jinshi is doing his best to obtain the ox bezoar he promised, as it became hard to obtain it. So, as compensation for the delay, he presents her a bear bile, which is another precious material equivalent to ox bezoar. Maomao is happy now, and she explains that the girls must have created an illusion by placing mirrors and taking advantage of their extremely similar appearance to make the maid and guard think they are staying in their room, but in reality, one of them often sneaked out of the room. However, Maomao also suspects the pregnancy is hiding an even deeper secret, and that Gaoshin is hiding a lot of information from her. After a few days, Jinshi takes charge of entertaining the envoys, as other officials can't keep up with their demands. Then, he heads to meet Maomao the next day and explains her that the special foreign envoy is searching for a woman of otherworldly beauty who sheds pearls as tears, basing on a story told over and over to them by their grandfather. Maomao thinks about who could be that courtesan, but then realizes that it is a 50-year-old story. And there's no other person that can match this description other than her grandmother, shocking both Jinshi and Gaoshin. Later, she invites her to the rear palace, where she confirms the story and a portrait of her presented by the envoy's grandfather himself, who for some reason thought of her as a moon fairy. Later, Maomao reports everything that her grandmother told him and proposes that the girls haven't seen the real moon fairy, so they should just find a tall beauty who stands out from others. But the problem is where they can find a 175-centimeter tall beauty. Suddenly, Maomao indicates that she has found someone already, hinting that she plans to have Jinshi in female disguise entertain them as the Moon Fairy.